everybody, it's Dingle here and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you all my go-to look for summer as far as makeup goes. I'm a huge fan of the natural look but with some more bronzy and blush tones for the summer. I'm also a huge fan of quick and easy makeup looks, especially in the summer when all you want to do is spend time outside and get to the beach. So if you like the look that I'm wearing now and you want to see how I accomplish it and which products that I use, keep on watching and let's get into it. So the very first thing that I'm going to do is make sure that my face is clean and I get all the oils off and all of that fun stuff. My skin tends to be more on the oily side, so what I've found are awesome to use for oily skin, but also just any skin type in general, is the Simple Sensitive Skin Experts Cleansing Facial Wipes. It removes all your makeup and waterproof mascara, but it's very gentle on the skin. And it just removes all the stuff that you need it to remove. So that's very refreshing. I'm gonna let that dry. So then as I let that dry, what I'm gonna do is just squirt a little bit, that's the most disgusting word I've ever used. Sorry about that. I'm going to take just a dollop of the Clinique Perfectly Real Makeup, and I'm in the shade 18, and I only use this during the summertime when my skin is tanned, because this is not sheer, it's just not as full coverage, so your natural tan still shines through. And I also got a shade that matches my tan skin pretty well. So I just take a little bit of that on my hand, literally no more than what you see there, and I, just using my viewfinder, dot it all over my face and just a little bit on my neck. Let me get closer to you all. Then I go ahead and have my little mirror here and take my beauty blender and I just damp it right in. I use this Clinique Perfectly Real Makeup again just because it is not as full coverage as I normally wear kind of in the winter time or when I want that full coverage or when my skin's feeling a little bit pasty, because my natural tan shines through and I find it actually doesn't react terribly to my super oily skin. So that's always a plus. It's magic. It kind of gives me a dewy finish, which I normally don't go for, but a natural dewy finish. So it's not, like, the dewiness is obvious that it's not oil, which is kind of nice. It's just that dewy summer glow that like you kind of want in makeup. So there's a face. The next thing that I'm gonna go ahead and do is the Tarte Shape Tape Contour Concealer. If you didn't see my video review on this, go check it out. I used to use the Too Faced Born This Way until I compared it to this puppy right here. So I take the big old doe foot applicator and I put, hey hippo, you can see my cat's tail in the background. Like 3 dots under there. I don't overdo it unless I'm going like crazy, but again, this is like a natural bronzed, pinky, blushy makeup look that I just throw on my face any occasion for summer. And again, I go in with my damp beauty blender and I blend that out. The next thing that I go ahead and do now that I'm all concealed is I take a damp beauty blender and I go ahead and, I don't want to say bake because it seems really scary when I say that because baking is like such a big thing that I see on YouTube. I take my Laura Mercier translucent setting powder. I do exactly what the powder kind of implies. Like, I don't like to say I bake my face, I kind of set my face. Show you guys. So I do it to set the concealer. Like, not very much. Like, I literally am dipping it like that. Do you see that? And I just go in where I put the concealer. So down my nose and then on my chin. I also put some there and there along my jaw. Look like a crazy person while it sets. I let it set for the amount of time that it takes for me to do my bronzer, which leads me to the Benefit Hoola bronzing powder. So I take this bronzing powder and my Benefit bronzing and contouring Hoola brush that goes with it. Dab that in there, just a little bit right there, and I go in, starting up at the top near my ear, where my ear meets, and I go along the line that I just put with the translucent powder. It kind of gives you a line of where to put that. I also take it on my temple and across the top of my head. Don't worry if the translucent powder starts brushing away. We're gonna brush it away anyway in just a second. Down the nose. All right, so now that I'm all bronzed up, the next thing that I go ahead and take is my Sephora Must Have Large Powder Brush number 30. And I literally brush away all of that setting powder that I put on my face. Again, I mentioned at the beginning that I do have oily skin, so this setting powder soaks up any oil that might go through, but then also prevents it from coming through. So once I do that, it makes a really nice blended out line for the bronzer that I just put there. And just for safe measure, I go back in the same brush. I don't dip it again, but I go back in the same brush that I used, that Hoola bronzing brush, and just on my cheeks, go over. Don't forget your neck. Never forget your neck. Next, I would go in probably with my Anastasia Brow Definer in soft brown. First, you brush the eyebrows with the little brush they give you, and then you just fill them in. So I'm gonna just do that and I'll be right back. Does anyone else like not feel like a real person until their eyebrows are done? No? Just me? Cool. So the next thing, now that my eyebrows are done, I'm going to go into the eyes. Now I only use 3 colors from my lovely Too Faced Natural Love palette that I got the other month. Again, I have a video on it, so you should go check that one out. I go first in as a transition shade, Spotlight, and it's such a great transition shade. Doesn't seem like it's doing much, but it really is going to make the transition of your lid just that much more defined, but also natural at the same time. It's kind of magic, so trust me on that. The next thing I'm gonna do is just this shade that is slightly darker, a little more nudie than that, is Honey Butter. And I take that and I do the same exact thing that I just did with Spotlight, right over where you put Spotlight. And also for that, I used the Bare Minerals Crease Defining brush. Now I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna take my Bare Minerals Precision Eye, and I'm gonna take Moonbeam from the same palette and dab it all over my eyelid. Just the eyelid, right over it. I don't think there's anything more pretty for a summer glowy makeup look than a shimmery eye, so I'm a fan of it. Then, just to blend it all out, I'm gonna take the Pro Blending brush, Sephora number 27. I'm not gonna dip it in anything, I'm just going to take it into the crease, a little bit, just dab it on the inside, and work my way out. It just gives that a nice blended look. This is the trick to the glowy part of this whole makeup deal. I'm going to go back in just for the face in general. I'm gonna take my Must Have Large Powder Brush, again by Sephora, number 30. And I'm going to go in lightly using my Hourglass palette that I have, called the Hourglass Ambient palette, and I'm going to take the Finishing Powder Surreal Light. Go like this with my brush so there's a light layer that I can see, and I literally just take that layer and I go on the one side, I take it again, and I go on the other side, down my neck, and my forehead. Doesn't seem like you're doing a lot, but do you see that glow that I just got? Just on my skin. It's subtle, but for a summery makeup glow, you're gonna want it. Next, I'm going to take my MAC Something Osborne brush. It doesn't have a number on it. I'm going to take the same Hourglass palette, Blush Surreal Glow. I'm gonna take my brush and just dip it again, take it on the apples of my cheeks, and brush out like such. And then just for the apples of my cheeks, I'm going to take Blush Surreal Effect. I'm going to tap that one because it's a little more pigmented, and that's why I'm only taking it on the apples of my cheeks. I'm not brushing all the way up, just the apples. and then you have a nice little glow going on. Next, what I'm gonna do is give my eyelashes a quick curl before I go in with my mascara. So for my mascara, I use the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. There's a reason that everybody is hyping all over YouTube about it. There's a reason that everybody uses it, and there's a reason that my bottle is almost out, so I have to get some more. Do a few coats on my upper lashes. Just a small coat on my bottoms. Now for my absolute favorite part of the whole look, or absolute favorite part of any look really, is the lipstick. For this summer look that I always go for, this pinky bronzy look that I do, I use the NARS Tolide, I completely butchered that, my bad. It is the perfect pink nude lipstick for summer. This is also the lipstick that I used for my wedding because it's that blushy and bridal, and it's just super universal lipstick. I love it so much. And here is the finished look. I really, really love this look. I love just how blushy and summery it is while also being bronzy for summer as well. And it is super quick. Without the setting that I do with the translucent powder, could take me all of 10 minutes. But then with the setting powder, it might take me 12 to 15. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, do not forget to give it a big old thumbs up because it lets me know that you liked it. And don't forget to subscribe on your way out if you are new and if you like these types of videos or just want to stick around on my channel. And I will catch you guys next time. See you later.